guys, Chris here again with Busted Knuckle DIY. Now that we've finished up our closet remodel, we're going to start on some of the projects in the master bathroom. And the first one I think we should tackle is this exhaust fan that doesn't work. Let's get wrenching.
Oh hell, I can fix that. Honey, can you bring me a Band-Aid, please?
Alright guys, let's tackle this exhaust fan. So the first thing here, there's the switch. You hear it in the background, nothing going. So the first thing what we're going to do is check and make sure that we have voltage at the switch. So we're going to remove the cover. Just pull the two little standard screws out. And if it's like every other switch plate in the house, it's probably painted onto the wall. Whoops, I'm dropping stuff here. Yep, surely is, so I'll be right back. Let me show you how to take care of that. Alright, now that the screws are out, they painted around this thing instead of taking it off. So we're just going to use a razor blade and very carefully score along the edge here, and you can see it pretty much let go immediately. There we go. That's off of there. Now what we're going to do, guys, is check for voltage. So we're going to be using our voltage tester, or tick chaser, again. Alright, so that's on. Alright, you see that lights up, so we have power. There should be nothing on the top one. Alright, so what we're going to do now is flip the switch up and make sure that voltage is going through the switch. So here's our inside, and we have power. All right, and on the out, we do also have power when the switch is on, and it goes off when the switch is off. So what that tells us is that our switch is good, so our problem is probably the motor. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put the switch cover back on. We don't need to have that off anymore, and let's go ahead and get that fan down out of the ceiling and take a look. Alright guys, I'm on my little step ladder, and we're just going to go ahead and take our razor knife and score around the edge of this thing too, because I'm sure, like everything else in this house, they just chose to paint around it instead of removing it when they paint it. And we don't want it pulling a bunch of paint off the ceiling. Okay, so now that we've done that, pull that up, there's only 2 screws in this. We're going to remove these screws. Drop this whole thing down from the ceiling. Carefully. Alright, there's definitely a little dust in there. Alright guys, now that the fan cover is down, and I'm going to go ahead and unplug the motor. Okay, I turned the switch on, and for this we're going to use my meter just to see if we're getting voltage. We need to switch that. Voltage AC, and we're going to probe right here. Okay, and we are in fact getting voltage to the motor. Yep, 120. So the problem itself is actually the fan motor, so we're going to go ahead and get it down out of here and get it swapped out. Alright, so I took the little cover off. Down here that covers up the wires. And then we're going to go ahead and unwire this plug. I have my Phillips screwdriver ready to go up here and loosen the ground screw. There we go. You don't have to take it all the way off, just enough to get the wire off of it. All right, so there's that. And then there's 2 little bolts that come through this thing. I don't know if you guys can see them or not. But we're going to see if we can get them loose with the vice grip here. there's one. There's two. And then like that should release the motor. And it's just a plastic fan blade, guys, so don't fret over that so much. And there we go. The motor and fan blade is out of there. You notice I just kind of rotated it around the bar. I'm going to clean up all the dust and stuff out of there. Yeah, this motor's shot. And we're going to go and get that new motor in. Alright, now that we've got it all cleaned up, I've got the new motor here. And I haven't put the blade on it yet because it'll just make it easier to get in there. Alright, so there's that. Now I've got the fan blade. This just pushes on, guys. So now I'm going to go ahead and put it on since it's up inside its mounting bar here. Alright. So there's that. Put our two nuts on here and we can wire this thing up. Well, you guys can't see the whole deal there. There are vice grips and tighten these nuts down. There we go. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and reconnect our plug. As with everything else, guys, white to white. The white is the neutral. I'll go ahead and get that wired up. And black to black. And black is our hot lead. Alright guys, we're getting ready to put our plate back in here just to cover up the wires and hold that plug in place. But before we do, we need to reconnect our ground. So let's hook that back around the grounding screw. Screw that all nice and tight. Okay, oh, that's good. Okay, this literally just literally just fits through here. So you're going to put the side with the tube in first. And then give it a good shove. And there we go, that's in there, our plug's in place. And now we get to deal with the motor itself. So, in all fairness, this is a universal fan motor because these have gotten really expensive, so we're trying to save a few bucks here. And it came with a different plug, so I hacked the plug off the old motor. And I've got a couple of wire nuts here. So we're going to go ahead and wire the leads for our brand new motor up. Plugging this up, and the plug is directional, so you can't plug it in the wrong side. So, in theory, that should do it. Let's see. Alright, it's running. Definitely pulling air. Alright, we're good to go, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and take that cover. It's a little old and kind of crappy looking. Put a coat of paint on it, and then we'll put it back in. Yeah, guys, so I hope you learned a few things about basic electrical and how to go about diagnosing little problems like this with the tick chaser and our meter and things like that. But yeah, very pleased with the way it came out, and we turned a $150 fix into a $30 fix by using a universal motor that we simply snipped the wires and reconnected the original plug to. So That worked out great. Guys, if you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe button. Turn on all notifications as we got a lot more content coming up. Throw us a thumbs up. Hit us in the comment block, and in the description box below, I'll include links to our email address and the Facebook page if you guys want to check that out. Till next time, this is Chris for Busted Knuckle DIY saying, keep wrenching.